even though Popov and Smirnov in the racing actions fighted with each other with the arguments, Popov started to fight physically and he gets pissed off from his husband Rover. Spinoff knows how to hold the pistols and everything, but Popov doesn't know anything about the pistols, so he asks Spinoff first to teach him how to use pistols and how to shoot him. So in the first, the audience had witnessed that with the suspense is created in this climax as this Smirnov started to love Popova in the climax of the story and in the falling action. So it is audience doesn't expect this comedy in this drama, so it creates more humor in this play as Smirnov started to love Popova as he teach how to hold pistols and thinks that Popova seemed to be very brave and his braveness is inspired Smirnov to love her. So in the falling action, they both argued with the pistols and after spin-off teach how to hold pistols and how to shoot. Popov tells that we are going to fight in the garden, but Spinoff doesn't accept this challenge and says that Spinoff can easily kill Popova in the garden, but he started to love Popova so that he refuses the challenge. But Popova asked, there is not a passion in without putting a bullet in your forehead, which I doesn't like most. So Popova want to put a thick bullet in the thick forehead of Smirnov, a bullet, so that Popova's character and Smirnov attitude is contrast and it is create irony in the falling action. In the end of the play, both Smirnov extremely loud Popova and Popova also started to love Smirnov, so that in the last they married at the end of the drama, so that even it is irony that at the starting of the play, Papa was more for 7 months. So in the 7 months, Papa was, doesn't care about his husband because his mind is changed in just in 2 hours. So after Luca enters the house with some equipments to hit away Smirnov. Luca also surprised about the scene of Popo and Smirnov close together. So at the last, Popo says that there is no odds to feed the Toby. Toby is an animal which is liked by his late husband Nikolai Milovich. So due to his memories, Popova gives more odds to the Toby horse, but at the last he says there is no more odds for the Toby. It indicates that his old memories of his past husband has gone away and Smirnov is the new husband of Popova. So in my perspective, it is ironic that Popova also changed his mind in 2 hours. Spinoff refused many girls and many girls refused Smirnov. So that these two loud duels also don't live together for a long time. So it is obvious that these two one also a fake love, so that at the end of the drama it says the main idea humor in this play drama. Thank you for hearing.
Thank you, Bhanujan. Next, I would like to call Smeda to speak about the poem The Eagle. Now I am giving the side to Smeda.
Good evening, everybody. Today I'm going to present about The Eagle. The Eagle poem was written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. He was the poet laureate during much of Queen Victorian era regime between 19th century. The Eagle is a powerful uh, poem that captures the majesty and strength of the majestic bird, inspiring reducers reach for the highest of their own. Tennyson uses a number of poetic techniques within the Eagle poem. This includes alteration, caesura, and personification. Uh, Personification is a literary device that refers of a projection of human characteristic onto inanimate objects in order to create imaginary. Alfred Lord Tennyson was a poet in the Victorian era, which come after Romantic era. He elaborated nature, contrasting it with the human world. The eagle has the best sharp eyesight. The eagle, which has the best sharp eyesight, is from a far distance. It can able to spot the prey. If eagle spot the prey, then it will fall like a thunderbolt and catch the prey. The eagle captures the majesty and strength. We dare the eagle's bravery, courage, freedom can also be said to be a symbol. So we can say that eagle is a powerful bird and it is enjoyed its freedom. Um, we consider that the eagle is the king of the birds. Now we can see line by line. He claps the crag with crooked hands. Um, Here, using a personal pronoun personifies the eagle to a person who wields natural power. Clasping crag shows the ownership which he holds tight. His crooked hand may be suggestive of the harshness and the corrupted nature of power. The alteration and the assonance depicts the harshness of the environment and eagle self. Uh, Close to the sun in lonely lands represents closeness to the sun creatures and in an effect that eagle is a good. Uh, it is like someone looks at the eagle from far below. It is like the powerful has to stay alone. Uh, ring with Azure world he stands. That represents his world is shown covered with blue surrounding the color suggests nobility. His ability to stand alone shows that the wrinkled sea beneath his curls, wrinkled sea shows that there is a changing of point of view of eagle. Uh, the world wrinkled and curls may show the power contrast between two natural creations. He watches from his mountain walls. The image created here is like the eagle rejoins in its natural fondness. And like a thunderbolt, he falls. It represents a thunderbolt is a powerful, beautiful, natural force. that may suggest the power and swiftness of eagle's whoop. Um, uh, the the word seems contradictory, as if it implies the fall or death of every power, while is a natural course. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Smeda. Now I would like to call Devihan to speak about the drama The Bear.
by Anton Chekhov. Anton Anton Pavlovich Chekhov is regarded as one of the Russia's most famous storytellers, and he has written some funny and hilarious one-acts, but his tragic stories have brought him the name of being one of the major dramatists. He is one of the playwrights and masters of the modern short story. While he was doing medicine at the University of Moscow, he began writing short stories. At the start of his career, he mastered the art of one act and produced some fine pieces. Let's look at the plot. And Anton Chekhov's classic play The Bear revolves around two protagonists, Popova and Grigory Stepanovich Smirnov. Popova is a widow and her husband has died 7 months ago, and but she is still mourning. She has decided to cut off herself from the other outside world, and she has strictly ordered the servant, Luca, not to allow anybody to see her. Luca is an old and faithful servant for Popova, and he dislikes the mourning condition of his mistress, and he advises the mistress that she should not shut herself in the four walls. He says, "It isn't right, madam. You are just destroying yourself." He says to Popova to change her decision of mourning throughout her life, and she declares her determination not to forget her husband till she breathes her last. And she says, "I shall never go out. And why should I? While life is already at an end." And again she says, "I shall be true till death, and show him how I can love." And Luca quotes his own example and tells her that his wife has also died, and he mourned her for a month, and that was enough. He could not grieve for her throughout his life, and he advises her to visit the neighborhood and should meet the younger army officers, as she is still young and can attract many young people. But Popova does not accept any advice. After some time, Smirnov enters Popova's house, and he is a landowner who has lent 1,200 rubles to the Mr. Nikolai Mihailovich, who is Popova's late husband, before he dies. And he demands the debt to the debt be paid at once because his creditors are searching for him. And Popova tells him that at this moment she has no money, and her steward is out of the city, and she tells him that when her steward comes, she will pay her money. Smirnov insists and makes fun of Popova's mourning and emotions, and he refuses to leave her house until she pays money. Both Popova and Smirnov were stubborn, And Popova tells him that she cannot pay money as she is in a state of mind. And Smirnov insists that he wants his money at the same time. And Popova requests him not to disturb her. And Popova calls him co-spear. Smirnov criticizes uh, Smirnov criticizes many women, and he was also insincere with Popova. Smirnov behaves rudely, uh, and she tells him with decent people do not behave with women in this type of manner. And Popova and Smirnov angrily fight with each other. Popova challenges Smirnov to have a gunfight, and Popova brings out her husband's pistols, but she does not know how to shoot. Smirnov teaches her how to fire a pistol. During this, Smirnov falls in love with Popova, and he kneels before her and says, I love you as I've never loved before. I refused 12 women, 9 have refused me, but I never loved one of them as I love you. He also says, I'm in love like a student. I've been on my knees and I want to fall in love with you. And if you look at the themes are the money, the effect of money on human behavior, and the infidelity. Popova reveals about her late husband's relationship with other women. Emancipation of women. Popova's behavior suggests the extent of action a woman is capable of. Smirnov is taken aback by Popova's boldness and inconsistency in human behavior. Popova and Smirnov attitudes towards each other changed rapidly, and condition of the woman in Russian society. These can be taken as the themes for this play. And if we look at to the literary techniques, there is humor. The absurd behavior of the uh, characters in the play uh, and the dialogues of them creates humor and metaphor. Popova says, "You are a bow, a co-spear." This is a metaphor, and incongruity and contrast. Violence and love are juxtaposed at the end of the play in suspense. The arguments between Smirnov and Popova brings about the tense situation. And if we see through the uh, if we see through the play, therefore we can conclude that both Smirnov and Popova are the chips of the same block, and they have the same qualities of a character, and they don't have any consistent behaviors or manners. They change by every minute, and the reader cannot assume their uh, real character. Thank you.
Thank you, Devihan. Now I would like to call Arivaresan to speak about the poem To the Evening Star, which was written by William Blake. Now I am giving the side to Arivaresan.
To the Evening Star. The poem To the Evening Star. The poem To the Evening Star was written by the English poet William Blake in the Romantic era. He used the poem to say that the nature can solve any problems in the human world. In that way, the poet starts the poem by the sense of talking to the evening star. The proposition 2 indicates the poet speaking to the evening star. Like that, to the evening star is an ode to the Venus. Venus is considered as the goddess of love, beauty, and fertility. Here, the poet gives female characteristics to the evening star, describing her as a fair-haired angel who removed the darkness darkness with a crown. It is believed hardly by the people and the poet that evening star can cure all the problem in their world. Here the power of protection of the evening star is highlighted that the Venus can remove the darkness in their society. The darkness indicates the problems in that society. The problems inside society are economic imbalance, prostitution, and corruption, and can protect them against evils and the night. Use instead of the last line. The poet asked the evening star to protect the people with can be said as a holy water which is used by the goddess to the living and the same at the same time it can be said that silver shining symbolizes sadness. In the case of absence of goddess Venus, the dangers of night start to spread instability. The ringing wolf indicates the darkness and the corruption. Thank you.
Thank you, Arivarisen. Now I would like to call Tamalindan to speak about the poem The Eagle.
Good evening, all of you. Thank you for you everyone because uh, thank you for everyone because you give me a chance to speak, deliver a speech there. Today I am going to speak about the eagle. It is this poem written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Tennyson was an poet, English poet. This poem has 6 lines. The Eagle's Power poem that captures the majesty. The Tennyson uses a number of poetic techniques with the eagle. These include alliteration and personification. Personification is a literary device that refers to projection human characteristics. Albert Tennyson was poet in the Victorian era, which came after Romanticism. The first line of subject using to a personal pronoun personification, the eagle, who is a wild nature power. Eagles are large and powerful. They have large cooked beaks and excellent. They also have powerful talents which help them to catch their prey. Eagles build their own high cliffs or in the tall trees. There are over 60 different species of eagle in the world. So I finish this speech because time is limited. We mentioned time goal.
Thank you, Tamilimban. Now I would like to call Sadrutika to speak about the poem The Eagle.
Good evening to you all. I am going to speak about the eagle. This poem about the eagle. Alfred Lord Tennyson has written this poem. This poem has two stanzas. The first stanza shows the narrator. The narrator is seeing the bird, see the bird under the ground. The first we going to the first line of the poem. The first line is he clasped the crag with crooked hands. He is a personal pronoun. The poet has using the personal pronoun personification, and the second word is clasps. Clasps is the bird is holding tightly uh, with crooked hands. Crooked hands meaning crooked hands two meaning. First is crooked is a shape, and the second meaning is crooked is a corrupted and harshness. The second line is close to the sun and lonely lands. The narrator is using this time a hyperbole. The bird is close to the sun. It is not possible. The narrator is using this time hyperbole. Lonely lands with the bird is standing alone in the mountain. The next line, we go to the next line. The next line shows ringed with the sea Asher world. Asher world is a blue sky. The eagle is standing the mountain, and the eagle surrounding the blue sky. We going to the next stanza, the second stanza. The second stanza is the bird is seeing below. The bird is seeing below. The fourth bird, the fourth line is the wrinkled sea beneath him growls. The sea is wrinkled. This time, narrator saw indicate to sharpness of the eagle. The sea wrinkled to the crows, to the eagle. The next line, he watches from his mountain walls. He watches from his mountain walls. The bird is the eagle is a freedom bird. His house wall is the mountain. The bird is a most powerful and a powerful symbol of eagle. We go to the last line too, and like a thunderbolt he falls. Thunderbolt is a beautiful and a powerful natural force. The narrator is using thunderbolt to he falls. Why he falls thunderbolt? He catch to his prey, to kill his prey. Thank you.
Thank you, Sadrutika. Now I would like to call Nideshi to speak about the poem The Eagle by Alfred Lord Tennyson.
Good evening, all of you. Today I would like to present about the poem The Eagle. The Eagle is one of the poem, which is the poem under the topic nature. This poem is recited by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Alfred Lord Tennyson is recited many poems. Many of his poems are the motivational poems, which are encourage the people to face battle of English. So in this poem, he's tell about the predatory bird eagle. Uh, He added many poetic techniques in this poem, such as personification, alliteration, and caesura. As the personification in the first line, he clasped the crag with the crooked hands. So he addressing the eagle as using the personal pronoun he. We all know eagle is not a people or the person, but he is addressing he, and he's instead of she characteristic, and he added he characteristic too. So he's using the male priority to the eagle. And the second line, close to the sun in the lonely lands. It is not possible, but from we saw the eagle from the earth. It is fly on the top of the top place. So we can understand the far of the from the land, and eagle is uh, most higher than the lower than the eagle and sun, but it is not true. And the third line, ring with the azure world he stands. Here the azure world is the blue sky, so the sea also uh, showing blue. And the next line, the wrinkled sea beneath him crawls. So eagle is flying the top place. So where from the eagle side, it is seeing the wrinkled sea. Uh, so here the poet is telling about the eye poverty of the eagle. Eagle has powerful eye power. So and it is have the sharpness nails and the big beaks also. So eagle is using them to saw the prey and spot it easily and catch it. So the last line is the aim the eagle of the prey to the prey. So he's telling that and like a thunderbolt he falls. uh, so thunderbolt is very speed action. So eagle is go to the catch the prey in fast way. So eagle has many powerful. So it is considered as the king of the all birds kingdom. Uh, this poem also recited in the 19th century. This poem has two